So if you don't want to be a bodybuilder, why are you training like one? Let's get into it. First and foremost, as we start this, there is zero wrong with training like a bodybuilder. But the fact of the matter is, for 98% of the public, it's not optimal to train like a bodybuilder. Do you want to get bigger shoulders, bigger chest, bigger back? Yes, that is one way to do it. But the majority of your average people who train like a bodybuilder don't do it the proper way to begin with. So they end up getting injured, or they end up having muscle imbalances, and we're all guilty of it. It is normally our first 2, 3, even 5 years in the gym that you train in a bodybuilding split, whether that be 5 days, 6 days, your push-pull legs, your upper-lower legs, all those different training schemes that they have that you follow from this blog, this magazine, this internet post, whatever the case may be, right? But what you don't realize is that that ends up leading to injury because you don't understand. If you don't have somebody there mentoring you, somebody that knows what they're doing, and you're just trying to follow somebody else's program that more than likely they don't even follow. That's just what they put out there as your cookie cutter type of program, right? What you need to realize is that your body needs to move, right? Shoulder presses are great, but so are dumbbell snatches. And that's going to work your lower and upper body. You know, one of the things that used to really bother me is my shoulder. My right shoulder used to click, used to get very sore, used to get very weak quickly during a workout. And by weak, I mean it would just fatigue very quickly. And then I kind of got tired of that bodybuilding lifestyle and moved more into CrossFit. I tried a CrossFit workout, liked it, tried it more and more, liked it more and more. What I noticed with that is doing weightlifting exercises while running, while doing the skier cardio type of thing, while doing the power or the fan bikes, the devil bikes, whatever you want to call it, that the resistance is just a giant fan on the front, but you're using your legs and your arms, you're using your shoulders, you're using everything. And working in circuits with that, the way CrossFit does, doing a ton of pull-ups almost every workout, push-ups every workout, burpees, wall balls, like all that type of stuff that incorporates your whole body. I started to feel my shoulder getting better. The clicking stopped. The fatigue went away. Now, why is that? It's because instead of concentrating on one movement, the shoulder press, or your laterals, or anything, that's building the muscle itself. That's not building everything around it. And as a bodybuilder, you normally do, 1 day on, or 2 days on, 1 day off, or 3 days on, 1 day off, whatever the case may be. And you're doing a push-pull leg, so you're not actually working everything at one time like you do in a CrossFit workout or in a kettlebell workout. Now, if you've ever seen, there's special kettlebell places that just do kettlebell workouts. Those things will kick your ass, but you will feel great afterwards. And everything will be sore. And you go back the next day and everything will be sore again. Another thing with CrossFit when I first started, doing pull-ups all the time. Now, pull-ups are one of my worst movements. But doing them all the time, I was blown away. I was like, well, you can't do this every day. You got to rest 2 or 3 days before another back movement. But what you realize is just a simple pulling movement. It's using your own body weight. Any of that stuff using your own body weight, push-ups, pull-ups, air squats, jumping squats, burpees, all of that stuff, it can be done every day because the resistance that you're using is not overloading your body. Like when you get under 315 and you start squatting 315, that is a overload type of resistance, whereas your body weight is something you carry around all day, every day. That's like saying that you can't walk more than a certain amount of time because, well, it's your legs and you got to give it rest. It's not the case, right? It's different. It's a different resistance. Take that into consideration before you decide what you want to do. Do 12 weeks of a bodybuilding program, 16 weeks. Then do 10 weeks, 8 weeks, 16 weeks of a powerlifting program. Get these things actually programmed by professionals for you. And I sell no coaching programs. I sell no programming programs. Like, that's not what I'm into. But go out there, look for people who are good at what they do, and buy a program from them. These are really cheap. They're usually $80 to $160, maybe even $200 for like a 12 or 16 week program. But it's going to lay out exactly what you do, and then you just follow it. You just plug your numbers into it. Go to a CrossFit box. Try it. Try it for 2 weeks, 4 weeks. It's not the same CrossFit that it used to be years ago, where people just have real crappy form and just try to get the weight up. There is that. But there's that in the gym as well. There's that in the bodybuilding community. If you really, really, really wanted to bodybuild, there would be no way that you could get under 10 reps with any weight you use. So if you're getting 8, you're going too heavy. No matter what that number is on the bar, you're going too heavy. Really think about that. That is a true, real deal bodybuilding program. 8 is your heaviest set. But we always want to go 4 or 6. Oh, I heard 6 is a good number. That's way too heavy for a bodybuilding program. Now you're at the lighter end of a powerlifting program, and that's a completely different way to train. So think about it before you dive in. Get a professional to look it over. Get a program that you could just plug in your numbers and follow it. You're going to enjoy it that much more, and you're going to see better results by doing so. In your first year or 2, or 5, whatever, try different things. Try yoga, try CrossFit, try kettlebells. Try it all. See what works for you. There's going to be things you like, and there's going to be things you don't like. There's going to be things that you take away from each discipline. There's going to be things that you give back to each discipline too. It's like, no, I don't want that. Go out, try new things, stay positive, help each other out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.